Okay, hi, my name is Greg Demchak. I'm the product manager with Synchro software. We produce a 4D and 5D planning and scheduling visualization platform piece of software. Here's what I'm going to talk about what some of our users are doing in the field. We hear this a lot from our customers that they want to fundamentally change the way that they deliver and deal with construction. It's a very optimistic statement we hear from a lot of contractors. And what we're seeing is sort of like a global phenomenon with the adoption of BIM, and in fact, any 3D modeling platform, and the ability to import 3D geometry and link that with a schedule, whether that schedule is generated in a tool like P6 or Microsoft Project, or internally within Synchro, you can now get the benefits of 4D. So the flow of BIM into the marketplace, which is a global phenomenon, is sort of being picked up now in 4D. 4D seems to be just a natural extension of the adoption of BIM technologies. And we're seeing this across all industries. It's not just architecture, buildings, rail, power, gas. And that creates an interesting opportunity for us at Synchro to interoperate with as many CAD platforms as possible. So we don't have this sole focus on, say, a Revit to Synchro workflow. We have to work with any type of 3D data that can be authored and bring that into Synchro. So we're seeing this adoption across many industries. People are adopting this. Why? Sort of it adds to their strategy for understanding and delivering better projects. And at a very sort of tactical level, this is sort of a list, I guess you could say, of like features or deliverables that you can get out of Synchro. But it's better planning, scheduling, communication, safety analysis, dynamic spatial conflict, delivery strategy, videos, animation. So there's a lot of sort of tactical deliverables you can get out of Synchro. And I hope this will play. One of the first things people like to do is validate what's been in their mind from a scheduling standpoint, right? Typically a Gantt chart, what does it look like to finally see it in 3D and share it with people? So let's see if, did that not play?
Really, there's only two dates that matter: when you start and when you're done. It's like a big pyramid. You start at a really high level with the start and finish date, and then you start breaking that stuff down into sub-activities within those chunks of time to make everything happen inside of that. So here we are demolishing the Metrodome. And while we're demolishing the Metrodome, we're still digging over here, we're putting up columns. We sequence it all together within this model so we look for out of sequence work and stuff that just doesn't make sense. This is a new tool that we never used to have. In the past, I would tell you 10 years ago, I'd be out there with a good schedule in my hand, and then all of a sudden, oh, that's not going there. And you can't, and then you got to deal with it. Now you can deal with it before you ever start it. You can virtually walk into the thing. It's pretty cool when you're trying to figure out whether you were right or wrong in your planning and scheduling of the job.
Okay, sorry about the audio there, but that's a superintendent basically describing, that's the Vikings Stadium in Minnesota, and sort of explaining his experience of finally being able to visualize a project plan and sort of walk the team through that model and show the sequence in a digital virtual way versus on paper. We've heard a lot about communication in the last discussion. That was sort of a focus. We like to call it cooperation at Synchro, not collaboration, and that we want to foster cooperation between like the trades and the contractors. This is a quote from one of our users. So he says, a funny thing happened when building the 4D schedule. People got excited. Not just the schedules, but real life people. Craft people stopped skipping schedule meetings, instead requested more information for schedule reviews. Getting accurate information to build a detailed schedule was no longer like pulling teeth, but became an energized, collaborative effort. Even management began asking more intelligent questions. What was going on? It was simply the empowering benefits of 4D to the critical resource of any project's success, the people. So what we're seeing is when you, and I'm sure you've experienced this with like BIM team meetings when you're focused now on a 3D model to kind of investigate issues in the model. Now when you add the element of time, the time machine that is Synchro, it opens up even more opportunities for communication about what is the project you're building. Not just a static model, a model that builds over time. And let's see if this is going to play. I have another video. So this is another example. So this is, again, showing sort of we're outside of the typical architecture industry here. This is a animation we worked with GE Power and Gas to simulate a 6-year service cycle on an electric turbine. Right, so it's something they were never able to sort of understand or visualize before. They had some CAD models. They had a notion that they need to come in and dismantle this building, pull out a huge turbine, fix it, service it, and put it back in the model. Playback is not so good here, but essentially, we're seeing users use Synchro now for deconstruction and purposes, sort of outside typical sort of build scenarios. There's my time. Let me just go with the final state. Sorry about that. So what's our vision? We do believe that digital technology will modernize capital project delivery, that 4D planning creates essential competitive advantage for contractors, and that in the end, this will deliver better projects for the world, like inspiring architecture and buildings and infrastructure. Thank you.